Blaze 2, Manchester Storm 4. It's been a shocking weekend, to say the least. 0 points.
In big games as well. It's coming up to that make or break season. Every point counts. And last week we were looking up. This week we're looking down.
Yeah, it's been, I think one of your friends said it today, it's been like day and night from the start of the season. It's been like day or night, and it's just been pretty appalling coming to this end of the season. It's sad to say, but it has been pretty dire, hasn't it?
Yeah. To be fair, I was having high hopes for each game that come on. I'm like, yep, we've been knocked a little bit, but like Kevin says, have time, be present. But I just feel like this whole weekend, only 50% of the whole team's probably been present and not been making the other team feel as strong with each other. But I could be wrong. It could be just some of them have had a very off day. But it's kind of nerve-wracking and disappointing, to say the least, for this weekend.
There's some worrying signs coming into our game at the moment. It's been happening over the last few weeks. We're chasing a lot in the defensive zone.
Yeah.
We're not spending enough time in the offensive zone. It's very much one and done. We get a chance and it's out. There's no secondary chances in there. Our passing's been off. Our forecheck's been off. At the biggest point of the season, we're coming up to our worst time of the season, game-wise.
Yeah, definitely. And again, we're always checking that league table, aren't we? And Guildford are hot on our tail. From the last time I saw, I think they were losing 3-2 to Dundee.
Yeah, they're losing 3-2, but Glasgow have jumped above them with a win against Belfast. So they win their games in hand, they jump above us. So we're now looking capable of finishing 7th. Where we were fighting for 4th not so long ago. So
how things have changed, isn't it? Where we were fighting for 4th and now look where we are now. And it is getting a bit nervy, twitchy bum, squeaky bum time, should I say. But we've just got to look onwards on this. We've got 0 points all weekend.
I understand it's difficult. We played 3 games in 3 days with a long travel. But Manchester have played 3 games in 3 days. Tonight, they just wanted it more than us. Yeah. All the way through that third period, I don't know about you two, but I didn't feel like we were going to get back into it.
No.
I felt like the game was done.
It's one of the things where I feel like, at the moment, Manchester got that really underdog, undertail kind of scenario where they have got the best chance of coming back into it, knock Dundee out. But fair play to them. They've just come in. We want this more than you do, and it just shows, like, we should literally be in every single game, like, no matter what. Like, yeah, we've secured our position, but we should still be showing we deserve this more than anyone. But we can't seem to be getting that done.
Well, Manchester made it physical. They always do. They come in, they lay the body every time they get. We just looked like we didn't want it at all night. I don't know what
speaking about that, Glasgow as well, like, sure, we beat them last time when they were on a hot streak, but they just seem to not be knocked down. I mean, beating Belfast tonight, it just seemed like we want this more than anyone. Every team at the moment that's below us on the table seems to want it more than we do, and I feel like it needs to come to a factory set for next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And hopefully Dundee and 5, we should secure 4 points.
But Dundee are fighting for points just like Manchester are tonight, so that's not going to be an easy game.
Yeah, and just, I know, like you said, like, not being in it all. I think not being in it all weekend as well.
Yeah.
I keep going back to say the 0 points because it's really pissed me off. But it's got under my skin a little bit. Like last night, I ended up to a point where I walked away because it got under my skin a little bit. I'm not going to lie, but to come away with nothing from 3 games is pretty damn disappointing at the end of the day.
Pretty disappointing performances. You can be a bit more positive if you've had 3 really good games.
Yeah.
Where you've just lost by the 1 goal.
Yeah.
But it's not.
There's not been no positives from any of those 3 games.
Again, we had a good fight back against Glasgow, but we made it too hard for ourselves again.
It's the fact that it took us 4 goals to start getting back into it, and it's like saying to you, like on Friday, the fact that we either do explosive start, poor finish, or it's going to be poor start, explosive finish. But like,
we haven't had a full 60 since that Sheffield game away.
Yeah.
You know what? Took the words out of my mouth. That since we played Steelers, I just feel like we've just not been the same team.
No.
And we haven't been starting games quick enough. We've been a lot slower, and like I say, it's been night and day, isn't it? It's just not been the same in recent times, and I'm starting to question now, like, we're losing that bit of momentum now. but we can't. We need to keep, level-headed as best as
I'm
possible.
sure if you ask fans of other teams, they'd be wanting to play us now in the playoffs.
Yeah, they'll be rubbing their hands.
The team that are on the downer at the moment.
Yeah,
Where a couple of weeks ago we were the ones that people were saying we don't want to face Coventry.
yeah.
And now it's completely turned in the space of a few
Well, I
weeks.
was speaking to a Panthers fan this afternoon, and they said, that they don't want to play. They don't want to play us, apparently.
On the
They
basis
think,
of this
and
weekend,
I think the basics of that, how many times they've had our number this season,
yeah,
and then they said, what's the odds though that we play them in the qualifiers and we knock them out?
as I said to you last week, it's a new season realistically.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
But
anything can happen.
I still believe Glasgow are the ones to watch. As I said to you, on
Yeah,
Twitter
I
on
agree,
Monday, they had a bad start to the season,
Yeah,
but they seem to be the ones that are flying at the moment.
Dundee
So-
as well, though, because they've had some sharp games as well against Belfast.
They've been playing
Sheffield.
playoff games for
Yeah.
weeks now with this fight with Manchester. So it is worrying for us when we come back to us that we're not playing the way we
Although,
can be.
with the day and night thing, I just do feel like if one player had to point out that has been doing the best that they can and they've shown it each night, it's got to be Luch.
Yeah, he was our best player tonight by a country
is it
mile.
5 goals this weekend now? Was it or 4?
Well, he got the hat trick on Friday.
Yeah, and he got
tonight.
so he's had 5,
Beautiful
isn't it?
tip tonight, by the way.
Yeah, that was a
Beautiful
great
tip.
goal. And Lucci's been playing his heart. To be fair, I think they've all tried. Can't deny it.
They're trying. It's
It's
just not coming off.
It's
at
just
the
not
moment.
coming off, and that's where we're just trying to. Even on those power plays as well, like last night, wasn't it like we had 3 power plays in 8 minutes, and we didn't do nothing with them, 0% on that. And the turnover, I think one of your mates said on the turnover in the centre of the ice, the percentage is pretty damn high. How much we're getting turned over in the centre, and it is starting to make me worry a little bit, but. I know we say week in, week out, it's about keeping the faith and sticking with the lads, because that's what we're here for.
We proved that at the start of the season.
Exactly.
We know what this team can do. I get that it's long season. They're probably tired.
Yeah.
3 games, long travel. But I just hope that they don't let... Because this is the most entertaining season I've seen as a Blaze fan.
Yeah,
this season.
100%,
And
yeah.
I'm hoping that these last few weeks don't diminish what we've seen as fans this season.
Yeah.
It's like the old pre-COVID-19 season that we had, where
Yeah.
we had the potential of like
We'd have
winning
won the
that.
league last
Yeah.
season. If we wouldn't have shut down, once CJ Mock come in, we couldn't lose. We'd have won that season. So, but yeah, I hope that we don't let ourselves down in these last few weeks. I'd give the boys a few days off after this weekend. And
Oh,
come back
definitely,
on
yeah.
Thursday.
Just recharge those batteries.
Exactly. As I said, factory reset.
Factory reset, that's what we need. And we go into it with next week against Dundee away on Saturday. And then I think it's Sunday, we're back here at the Skydome against Fife.
That you've got to get 2 points because what did Nottingham beat them 9-3 tonight? You know,
Yeah.
as horrible as it is.
Yeah,
you've got
it
a
sucks
wounded
to
animal
pick
in
on
front
them,
of you.
but
you've got to take them out.
We've got to take, I think we've got to take, we need to get 4 points next weekend, sorry. We need them.
As we said, Dundee have been playing well. They've been playing playoff
Yeah.
games for a long time now. And with Manchester picking up the points this weekend, Dundee
Yeah.
have got to go and pick up more points. So it's going to be a very tricky away game on Saturday.
Well, as I always say, on to the next. Join us next week for a reaction to the action as we talk about Dundee and Fife.